Random Wednesday on a random Wednesday. You know what time it is. BMW 1 Series, hot off the press, and something that I think is going to be very, very popular. Or as BMW likes to call it,
the one that started it all and brought us to where we are now, our 500th subscriber special.
Now you've seen this car in a previous episode of Random Wednesday. Now it's time for us to hit the road. Let's see what this baby's got. Step inside.
With an interior this gorgeous, this inviting, I really can't wait to hit the road. Today's episode was made with support from BMW Mahikeng. Visit BMW Mahikeng for all your new and used car requirements. BMW Mahikeng offers personalized service and individualized credit solutions. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Random Wednesday, driving impressions of the BMW 1 Series, or as BMW likes to call it, the one. Oh man, this car is, as you'd expect, I mean, this is the fourth generation BMW 1 Series, and it feels absolutely stellar. It feels so well put together. Now, we all know just how precise the Germans are when it comes to their building of vehicles and their construction of things, and I'm not even going to go that route. Look, one thing I want to start steering away from on this channel is referring to car companies by their countries. Yeah, look, let's talk about BMW. BMW has been doing its thing for a very long time, and when it comes to building sporty feeling cars, that's something that's nothing new to them. Now, that said, you could argue and say, well, they haven't been building sporty hatchbacks for a long time, but then again, it's easy for that DNA that comes from the saloon cars that they've been building, and even the SUVs, to translate over to their small hatchbacks. So, you know, as far as that's concerned, that's neither here nor there. We have here in our hands something that is going to be quite a sales force. BMW 1 Series tend to sell quite a bit, and I can see why. Especially with this one, I can tell it's going to be a pretty strong seller, because everything in this car makes you feel like $1 million. I mean, this thing is the 118, and you don't feel like you're in an entry-level BMW 1 Series. You've got all of the interior appointments feeling absolutely spectacular. Now, this one is the motorsport package, so you know you've got M badging on everything. You've got these 3 lines on the dashboard, which I found to be absolutely amazing, because the dashboard isn't covered in leather, but they've got these 3 motorsport lines that are sort of tagged onto the dashboard. So it's one of those things where, yeah, look, they make sure you know that you're in a motorsport kitted car. You know, it feels absolutely amazing. This particular model has the Harman Kardon sound system. I can't speak enough about how much I love sound systems in cars. Good sound systems. I listen to a lot of music with really good rich sounds, heavy bass tones, but this is so balanced. It's what you'd expect of a name brand sound system. Infotainment screen is one that is also absolutely spectacular. All of your Your radio channels are pre-programmed in. Very clear. I mean, we're driving around, it's literally midday and it looks absolutely spectacular. You've got the ambient lighting that just happens to be in BMW's M colors too. It's awesome. I like it. You've got your air conditioner here, obviously dual zone climate control, and then you've got your vent controls all the way down here, which work an absolute treat. It's a bit confusing. How does it work when the vent is pointing up? That there's another vent in there. Oh wow. Okay. No, I see what they did there. No adjustment for the air conditioning in the back seat, but still, it's such a small cabin that you really don't struggle with those kind of issues. But yeah, absolutely awesome. The size of the pedals when you're driving, obviously a sport steering wheel, nice and small, nice and compact. But the size of the steering wheel itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's nice and chunky, to grip. It makes you feel like you're fully in control of the vehicle, which at no point do you feel like you lose control of this car. The pedals are a nice size too, so whether you're turning, doing whatever, you've got those the pedal shifters literally in the perfect position as far as that's concerned. We literally have all of the gauges coming perfectly into focus with this car. They fit into the steering wheel so nicely that you literally see everything that you need to see. I don't see a scenario where there'd be any piece of information here that I might not be getting. So yeah, look, absolutely awesome. It really makes you feel fully in control of what it is that you're doing. BMWs, by their inherent nature, are performance cars. And this is exactly what this vehicle is. This is a performance hatchback, albeit with a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine. That engine is turbocharged and it delivers that 114 kilowatts of power really, really well. The torque figure on this thing is 230 Newton meters of torque. So they're not the most exciting figures on face value, but I'll tell you this for nothing. Get into this car and drive it and you forget that that's what the figures say. So it's one of those things where you really just get to enjoy the drive so much that, man, like I say, you forget those figures. The performance of this car is really, really punchy. I love the suspension feel. The suspension of this thing feels nice and taut. You can take some nice sweeping curves, the brakes on it, as you'd expect it to be, spot on. And just as well as it stops, it goes. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. It goes as well as it stops. And interestingly, that's me I think I'm in comfort mode. That's not even in sport mode with the pedal shifters. In fact, maybe I should do, there we go, sport 1. Oh yeah. Oh, the shifts are lightning quick. They really are. They are absolutely spectacular. Suspension is very compliant, but it's firm also. So, driving over your speed humps and things like that, you get to feel them. But at no point does it become like bone jarring. You're not gonna shake the fillings out of your teeth with how hectic it is. It feels really, really good. It's one of those things where I feel like BMW has found that sweet spot as far as the performance of this vehicle is concerned, matching the gearbox, the engine, and the suspension package. It really is one that just invites you to, oh yeah, no, it invites you to do some things. It really feels good. Interesting thing about this manual it holds on to the gears for as long as you want it to. It really does, and that just encourages you to punch it. And you get plenty cars with a flappy pedal on the gearbox, and it you drive, it hits the red line, it switches it up for you. Not with this one. I'm pleasantly surprised to find that the 118 actually allows you to hold on to the gear as long as you can. And by so doing, you literally eke out the most of this performance. It feels absolutely spectacular. One thing about this vehicle, though, is it does turn heads. When people do see it, when you drive past people, they turn, they look, they want to know what it is. Obviously, it's brand new on the market. It hasn't been on the market long. In fact, personally speaking, I've never seen one on the open road. Whether locally in Mathtown, in Josie, wherever it is that I've been, I've literally never seen one on the open road. So it still attracts a lot of attention. When people see it, they're completely enamored with it. They turn and they want to see what it is that they're looking at. And when you know. Those that don't know, you tend to find they have this confused look on their face about what it is that they're looking at. But the styling that BMW did here, absolutely spot on. There's this conversation that's going on in certain social media circles about the fact that this car is almost identical looks-wise to the Big Brother one. I think it's the 35. And people are asking, well, if you're going to pay that much more for the 135, should it not look that much more spectacular than the 118? I'll leave that conversation to you guys to have, because right now I'm in the 118 and I don't mind how spectacular it looks. I mean, it literally looks as good as it drives. And for that, we're talking a real value for money proposition. It's one of those cars that literally, as you get into it, you do not want to leave the cabin. You just want to find the long way home. You want to, BMW's motto, sheer driving pleasure. That's literally what this car provides, sheer driving pleasure. Once you start driving it, you literally don't want to stop. And it's absolutely spectacular. Guys, that brings us to the end of our BMW 1 Series driving impressions. Oh man, that was fun. That was absolutely fun. Please guys, if you're just bumping into our channel, consider subscribing, liking, and your comments really go a long way towards helping us tailor our content towards what it is that you guys like. Once again, it's Random Wednesday on a Random Wednesday. My name is really not important. What's important here is what we're doing. Let's get it.
For more information, please contact the numbers on screen.